What's up, Ragin Nation? This is Alex Yu, and I'd like to take the time to talk about my top 5 summer movies. And for a lot of people, especially here in Vancouver, the summer usually ends for them when the weather starts getting a little bit crummy. You know, when it starts getting colder and wetter. And a few days ago, we had a little bit of rainfall, and I saw on my friend's Facebook post that they said, alright, summer's over. But for me, summer is officially over when the last big blockbuster is on the theaters. And usually that is around mid to the 3rd week of August. For me, the summer was over when The Expendables 2 came out. And because of that, I have for you my top 5 summer movie countdown. Let's start off with number 5. That would be Ted! Ted was hilarious. It was a bit of a surprise hit for me. I had no idea how well it was going to do at the box office, and I had no idea how funny it was going to be. When I saw the trailers, I knew it was going to be funny, but not that funny. And I really have to put this movie at number 5 in my top 5 summer movies list. And now here comes movie number 4. Movie number 4 is Prometheus, directed by Ridley Scott. Prometheus, if you don't already know, is the prequel to his classic Alien. And he returns to the genre he pioneered, that would be the sci-fi terror genre. And this movie, in my opinion, really delivers the goods in terms of bringing us that sci-fi terror and mystery and exploration and all those wonderful things about why we loved Alien. It brings all back. And that's why this movie is number 4 on my top 5 summer movies list. Number 3 is The Amazing Spider-Man. I really love Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1 and 2, but The Amazing Spider-Man just has something about it that I felt was very fresh and new to an already existing franchise. I was always thinking about how can Mark Webb change what already exists and make it even better. Well, I love what he did with it. I love what he did with the character. I love the direction he took. The action was more dynamic, and it was just as fun, if not more fun, to watch than Spider-Man 2, which is also a great movie. So I have to put The Amazing Spider-Man at number 3. Now we're getting close to number 1. We're at number 2 right now, and you're probably wondering, who am I going to put as number 1? Well, before I can tell you who I can put as number 1, I have to tell you who number 2 is, and that would be The Avengers. The Avengers blew my mind. It really did. Joss Whedon really proved to us that the superhero genre is one hell of a genre. The Avengers was ridiculously fun. It was awesome. It was all these great things. And one thing that he did so well was he made sure that every character in this movie had their moment to shine. And that was the big challenge for a movie of this scale. It's the big challenge of balancing each character and making sure that each one of these characters are put in the spotlight. That way you don't get like an X-Men Wolverine thing where Logan is the main character in the entire movie and you forget about all the other characters. He totally put that into consideration and gave us such a well-balanced movie. It was the perfect blend of action and comedy and just pure visual spectacle. So number 2 on my top 5 list is The Avengers. And you already know what my number 1 movie is. That would be The Dark Knight Rises, directed by Christopher Nolan. And a lot of people might say that this is a biased list because I'm a Christopher Nolan fanboy. Well, you can say that, but I put a lot of time and consideration into putting this list together. It's only 5 movies, but still, my challenge was to figure out which one did I like more, The Avengers or The Dark Knight Rises. And that is the big question. It's which one do you like more, not which one was the better movie. If you don't already know, I scored The Avengers at 9.75 out of 10 and The Dark Knight Rises at 9.25 out of 10. So you're probably wondering, why didn't The Avengers end up on the number 1 spot on my top 5 list? And the main reason is because while I thought that The Avengers was a near perfect movie, The Dark Knight Rises is a movie I prefer more out of the 2. I watched both of them 3 times and they're almost equally as good as each other, but something about The Dark Knight Rises really appeals to me more. And it's not because I love the director, I love Christopher Nolan's work, but it's the way the story was told. It captured me from the beginning. It engaged me in the middle, and it just blew my mind at the end. While The Avengers was completely awesome, I still felt that the movie was a tiny bit unbalanced, and that was that we were just waiting for the big New York City battle, right? That big 45-minute just invasion was just ridiculously spectacular. But that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the Avengers to assemble and kick some serious alien ass. In The Dark Knight Rises, I feel that it's way more story driven, and because of that, I'm engaged more. Now, the only reason why I gave it a slightly lower score than the Avengers was because it felt rushed even at a running time of 2 hours and 45 minutes. And when a movie feels rushed, you think that it's missing something. But I love a lot of things about this movie, and the ending is epic. And that is the lasting impression that it has on you, and because of that, if I had to choose between watching The Avengers and The Dark Knight Rises, I would pick The Dark Knight Rises, and that is exactly why I choose The Dark Knight Rises as my #1 movie in my top 5 summer 2012 movies list. Now, I do have to give an honorable mention to The Expendables 2. I was debating between having Ted or The Expendables 2 as number 5 on my top 5 list, but I decided to have Ted as my number 5 and The Expendables as an honorable mention, just because while The Expendables was a lot of fun, there are some things that could have been improved and could have made the movie better. But Ted was just fun throughout the entire movie, and I have no real major complaints about it. And there you have it. Those are my top 5 summer movies for 2012. Let me know in the comment section below, what are your top 5 movies for summer 2012? If you want to watch a review for any of those 5 movies, make sure you stay until the end of the video and I'll have some links for you. My next few movie reviews will be for Starship Troopers Invasion, Resident Evil Afterlife, and Resident Evil Retribution. Stay tuned for those. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have Facebook, like my Facebook page, The Ragin Nation, and we can chat all about movies and Transformers. If you have a Twitter profile, follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation for some exclusive Ragin Nation Twitter content. My name is Alex Yu, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. It is coherent and easy to follow. You actually get a sense of true geography in the New York battle, unlike in Chicago, where when you really think about it, it's just a bunch of